Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is that. Today I'm going to be giving another update on Ideanomics. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help this channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on, and let's jump right into this one. Now I know there's a lot of criticism on making these updated DDs, but I put on polls every single day on my Twitter account, and Ideanomics seems to be leading. Now, I run these, maybe I have more Ideanomics followers on there, but these people show me love and I gotta give back to the community. So generally speaking, we're gonna go through a little bit of an update, and if you haven't done so, if you've been watching these videos, make sure to please subscribe. It helps me a lot and it helps me position myself better in the algorithms. So Ideanomics, remember when I was talking regarding basically their AI autonomous vehicles? I've gone last time towards the presentation through the new era of agriculturals with utility tractors that are working on EV wireless charging AI. See, I linked a bunch of things in there, and those are all possibilities. Now, the next thing we want to go on is for their new newsletter. This literally came in yesterday, and they have two people on here on Ideanomics. So we'll start with Brian, just because he's on the left. Brian comes to Ideanomics after 2 years in Port Authority of New York, New Jersey Office of Environmental and Energy Programs, where he focused on leading their electrical vehicles, renewable energy, and advanced battery storage initiatives. Prior to this role, he was associate at Gable Associates Inc. at Energy, Environment, and Public Utility consulting firm, heavily involved in electrical vehicle analysis. So you can get to see their EV focus. And then the next here is Angel Z. For the last 12 years, Angel has assisted brands like Nike, Toyota, Hyundai to create innovative experiences and compelling stories. She has hands-on experience in media, digital, creative, retail, and experiential. Now, quick thing about this one. Think about what this brings. This brings more PRs. Angel Z. So, welcome on. Now, events, nothing is basically yet more of published for February, so we're going to look into that. Usually they have 1 or 2 events a month where they give a bit of more updates. They're really good on press releases. Nothing coming up new since January 15th on press releases. Now, we do have a couple of SEC filings here related to, if you do recall, the YA2 pen, the investor. How much money they've been dumping in Ideanomics as you go. So, more money. And really, that shows you they're very bullish on exercise. Once they exercise, even if they exercise right now, they made serious bank. Now, institutional buyers, it looks like we've been seeing a little bit more of additions on shares, and that is a good thing. Now, the next thing here is basically taking a quick look into their insiders. Nothing there interesting for the insiders that is new. Now, the next thing is, well, you know, what if Ideanomics get hits with a short squeeze? Now, yes, it is above 20, so it is likely that some of the shorts are basically getting a little bit nervous and covering at a new high. That is a possibility, increasing its price higher, but the float is around 200 million, so it is less likely 200 million, but if you go something where you have a 1 million shares float and a 20% short float, then yeah, that is a possibility. So it could be a possibility, but keep in mind, don't count on it happening. Now, moving on towards the technical analysis, if you haven't done so, please make sure to actually subscribe, notifications on. If you'd like to join a chat room, you'll find it in the description below. So on a 1 week perspective, 10 SMA is above 30 EMA, and that is a good sign to be in here. Trading action zone where positive reversals are likely is between 266 and 189. Now we get to see that it's above the 50 SMA. Now, big thing about this one, 1,000,000% R is highly overbought, and momentum looks really good. The MACD is really moving on strong. Now, on a 1 day perspective, IDEX is above 50. It's been very close above 50 in a while. MACD is looking like it's attempting to go negative reversal for the 3rd time. It's been refused a few times before. Now, if you do recall, I think I did a video last time where it was touching the 10 SMA, and I said it usually, once it touches that 10 SMA, bounces back. And we're really close to there. That strong support is at 363. And then 298 is your bottom of that trading action zone. So 10 SMA is above 30 EMA, and your trading action zone is between 363 and 298. When I say trading action zone, that's where positive reversals are likely. The next is the 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA, and that's a really bullish thing to see. Now, on a 2-hour perspective, things are looking quite nicely. 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA, and the stock price is above the 50 SMA. Looking good. Now, on the ADX perspective, we get to see that things are looking a little bit rough, okay? It's been almost in an accumulation zone, moving up and down this week. It's been a rough week for it, but with all the short squeeze mania, this one has a little bit received less attention. Now, if you bought this one at 340 on a dip and sold at 458, well, congratulations. But in general, if you were to look into volumes have been steady. It's been climbing. The moving average band has been climbing, and that is a good thing. For the sake of the argument, the moving average band is 345 on the top, 314 in the middle, and 282 in the bottom. Now, stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both showing that there is a possibility of a pullback. So we need to look at key support levels to consider that pullback. Now, this pullback, I'm pretty sure it's not going to go back to like 80 cents, but it is important to recognize when indicators are telling you there is a possibility of pullback. And what does pullbacks do? They bring more investors who wants to buy the dip. That is generally speaking. There's a lot of good things here. I'll show you in a second. Now, on a Fibonacci retracements, 381 is a significant support, followed by 308, followed by 256, followed by 205, followed by $1.41. Significant resistance is sitting at 475. Now, if we were to just draw price line actions, we get to see a very significant one happening at 383 as a support, following that 369, following that 363, following that 352, 344, 330, a very significant one at 307, followed by 298. Significant resistance is set at 408, 418, 427, 435. Now, one thing I really want to show you here is kind of the channel, or it will probably be a channel rather than a trend line that it's actually following. So we'll start somewhere around here, around 3 points. This is exactly the channel it's following. Once this breaks, this might be a bit in trouble. The previous channel it was actually following was, you could say it's also following this channel, but I would rather go with this one here. So this is a good thing. It's a good sign. You can expect for it to trade within there. So the key channel port as we speak is around 351. It increases at an interval of 10 cents per day. So yesterday 341, around 331 the day before, 321, around there, give or take. Now, what's my take on to Ideanomics? It's been one that I've been covering for a while. Investing wise, if they actually pull off everything they're promising, this could be very beneficial. Trading wise, I definitely think we can easily see $5 again, but there is a lot of risk with mitigation with this one, and that is something to consider. Now, in generally speaking, investing, it's a little bit scary thing because they have pivoted a few times over the 10 years limit. They are bullish, so that's since their actual inception. But they had times where they've seen massive drops, and that's what scares me, generally speaking. Now, yes, that drop was all the way back in June in 2020, but I'm talking regarding that kind of sliding downwards as we go. Now, just keep in mind, stay above a certain level. Perhaps if it does, choose where your support line would be, maybe $3. If it does drip below $3, then you can consider selling. It depends on the risk you're willing to take, and associated with each risk is a higher reward. Now, what do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. You have a wonderful day.